Everything wrong with Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels in 14.5 minutes. Or simply we call it the hardest Mario game ever made. Remember, this was too hard for Americans to take, so we had to get our own version.
Did I play this? I have the recording.
Maybe had it in Lost Library or something?
I must have.
Hmm.
I don't remember having recorded this. Yeah, so for context,
heck?
I had planned to make this video a couple years ago.
Okay, not
but
surprised
I
by
needed to
that.
take a break from playing Mario games because my experience playing the Lost Levels was apparently so excruciatingly painful that I somehow blocked ever having
Hey,
played
everybody,
this
this
game
game, what are
and
you talking
storing the
about?
playthrough on my hard drive from my memory.
Wow.
This is not a joke. I only vaguely remember when I would have recorded this because I know I must have done it
Wow,
right
he's doing
after
this
I
for a long
recorded
time
the
because
first
I think I'm
Super
not
Mario
surprised that
Bros.
he,
And then
like,
must have focused my attention to
stashed a
something
bunch
else
of games in the
afterwards. I was
back.
mentally preparing myself to tackle this game when I noticed I already had a full playthrough of it and was both incredibly relieved but also like
A little
concerned.
concerned. Like, was that
I've
pissed?
never had anything cause a gap in my memory like this.
Maybe he just
I'm not
default
supposed
went
be
to
able to do
Sonic
this.
or something,
yeah,
or
those
Kingdom
continue
Hearts.
to not be numbers. You know, I didn't want to say anything during Mario 1, but the classic games have this weird fixation
Yeah, they-
on designing
They
levels
give
in a
you
way that just
benefits
lets you
to skipping
skip
them. It's
like,
weird.
why even design a level
It's
if
like-
you're just gonna make it easy for me to
Seriously,
skip it?
I could go from
So
World
as far
1
as
to
I
World
know, the story in this
5.
game is basically exactly the same as in Mario 1,
ridiculous.
meaning that the Mushroom People got turned into various different things throughout the Mushroom Kingdom. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
assuming that
didn't
applies
care
to
about the
these
plot.
mushroom
Why should I?
platforms
Also,
too.
why can
In the
squids
last game,
fly?
They look more like girders,
I get
but
it in
this
water.
game, those
Why
are
in air?
unequivocally little mushrooms, similar to the super mushrooms that make Mario Super Mario. But what makes these little mushrooms a platform and the bigger ones a power-up?
Why does
don't
God
they make me
forsake
even
these
smaller
mushrooms?
Mario? Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, right.
I can't wait to go to the wrong castle
7 more times.
There's how many worlds in this one?
I remember in one of
Whoa,
them,
God damn! How can Mario spring so fast and not get his skin torn off?
It's really
also,
much.
can I
I
just say,
remember one of them
I
is the
hate
frickin'
this.
toads
There
come
is
out
no
with a canoe.
audio-visual indication
I
of
think it might have
where
been
you
in the
are
Game
because
Boy
you're
games,
off
but
screen,
still.
nor how close you are to falling back on screen. Granted, you can take your time and test it out first, so it can be an educated guess, sure, but
Yeah.
how am I supposed to know how long I can hold right for? This
Yes.
jump sucks. It's not impossible, of course, but you are given such a tiny platform to jump off of that you need to time with the piranha plant, and if you go too far to the right,
Yeah,
you
you
aren't given
missed
a
the
whole
thing
lot
and
of
you
room
gotta
to gain
start
enough
over,
speed to
essentially.
jump on the block to make it to the pipe.
What a pain
That
in the
is,
ass.
of course, unless you know about the second invisible
lucky you.
block slightly behind where you jump, which
How would
why
you
the
know?
would I? Dude, the way they design some of these jumps is so annoying because just look at how I somehow make
I
this
don't
jump.
know how
There's
you
no
made
way I
that.
could have reasonably thought my jump would extend high enough to
God
reach because
smiled
it's just barely
upon
low
you,
enough for me to land on
Rosalina.
it. Oh, you.
Screw you.
Oh, it's the goofy ass guess
the
past
past shit
again,
again.
isn't it? Oh, a leap of faith.
My
Perfect.
favorite.
What I
Leap of
wanted in my
faith. We
harder
summed
version of
up
Mario
Lost
1.
Levels
And you
in
wanna
a
know what's
nutshell.
extra ass about it? It's a leap of faith onto a paratroopa above a bottomless pit. Yeah, no, that's great design.
Thanks, game.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Good for me, right? Just what I was expecting would happen.
How did I
and
know?
Just in case you're curious,
And then he gets
Other
hit
Gap
again.
also has an invisible block.
Don't.
Because why wouldn't it? Wait.
No
Oh,
shortcuts.
No, the looping if you pick the wrong path thing isn't just in the castle levels anymore?
Nope.
Oh.
They really
I
like
just
that.
had, like, a
Lost
visceral
Levels was
physical reaction
essentially
to seeing the beginning of
them
this
making
level.
a hard
I've
mode
probably died
of
here 1,000
Mario
times.
1.
And see, that's the thing about the Lost Levels.
That's how
I
they
could
did
grant
things
1,000
back then. It's like,
sins
well,
for
we don't
part
have
where I died
DLC
here, part where I
abilities, so
died
we'll just
there.
make a whole
But to
new
be
game.
honest, that's not very fair to
Actually,
this
funny
game.
enough,
I don't have a lot
Mario
to say about it
Galaxy
compared to
2
Mario
was
1
really
because
supposed to
going
be,
through each individual
I think,
aspect
like,
and minute
more
detail of where I
from
died
Mario
and why
Galaxy.
would take us
Sort of like
forever.
DLC
What I
in a
mean to
sense,
say
but
is that there are
we
hardly
didn't have
any unique
DLC because
aspects or
Nintendo
elements
was
that
like,
make
we
this
will
game as
never do
challenging as it is.
DLC.
It's the combination
And then
of
Switch
all
happened.
of it that makes it
But anyway, the
supremely
point is,
frustrating. Awkward little jump here. Funky
yeah,
enemy placement
Galaxy
there.
2 was
Timing
supposed to
cycles
be
that
more
feel
levels
different
for
on each
Mario
go-around.
Galaxy, and
React
then they were
quickly
just
and
like,
move
you
midair
know,
or
at
you'll
this
get
point,
hit
we
if
might
you
as well
fall
just
off
make
a tiny
another game.
platform.
We have
There's
so
just
many
a
levels.
bunch of that in this game.
And then they did.
And see, this is kind of what I'm talking about. This one can push you off, and it's frustrating that it can do that when you have
Well,
to
I
land
think
on
the
a
working
small
title was
moving
Super Mario
platform.
Galaxy
But it's not
More.
Like this is
It's
the
like,
one time
yes.
this happened, or that
Yes,
it's
it
the
is.
biggest
It's a
offender in
placeholder
this
name.
one. It's hard to gauge what's genuine critique versus just skill issue in this one.
It can be
6-4
both.
kind of makes me understand understand the problem I have with it a little more, though, I think. Compared to the first game, the Lost Levels feels a lot like constantly shifting gears on a car, where you have to speed up and slow down a whole bunch.
Ugh.
If you're too slow, you won't have enough momentum to make a certain jump, but if you're running all the time, you'll probably run into something you didn't mean to, and having that mindset shift every other level makes
swear the
platforming
default
way
state
more
in
challenging.
Lost Levels is Mini Mario.
This, dude? A Hammer Brother and a Koopa Paratroopa at the same time?
You go to jail.
How do I make this jump? That's what it is, too! Mario bounces off of enemies higher in this game than in the last. I knew he felt different to control in this one. Sure, he controls a little different in most games, but when I'm off the heels of the last game,
find his life counter on his slate.
You can't fault
You
me
start
for
with
expecting it to
crowns.
feel 1-to-1.
I don't think you can see it here.
Who puts springs in the middle of a damn floor?
The thing I talked about
never get
earlier with
like
the
of that
springs
clip.
is in full effect here.
Yep.
I have no idea
You have
where
to
I'm
guess
supposed to
when
land,
Mario's
or
gonna
even where
land.
I'm going to land, and I don't
Pray
have
to
much
God.
real estate to figure that out. Not to mention, you have to do this while there's wind.
Wind that will
Wait, so
always
if I'd
push
gone
you,
down
no
there,
matter
I'd
what.
Just be screwed with the Buzzy Beetles? That's not fair.
You can
How would
fight
anybody know
against
that
it,
without
but
happening
still.
at least once. Are you kidding me with this jump, dude? What? Do I hold the jump button after bouncing off of the Paratroopa, or don't I? What am I meant to land on? I can't account for things I can't see.
Right?
Oh, that's so awesome. I love not knowing that was there right in front of a Hammer Brother.
Thanks.
Something I did know was there was the Poison Mushroom in World 1-1, which is the item I just spawned from that block.
Yeah,
That's the
Poison
reason I hadn't
Mushroom,
talked
you
about it
take
until
damage.
now. But considering that some of the graphics for this game have changed and the Super Mushroom was such an important item in the last game, it's mega
It's also
shitty
a
that the Poison
punishment
Mushroom is the
because
first
it
item
looks
to
the
appear
same
in this
as a
game.
regular
Almost like
mushroom.
the game is warning you how boosh your experience is about to be. Oh, I also don't show this off, but I just remembered that in addition to the regular warp pipes that send you forward,
There are
a couple
some that
levels
send
like
you
the last game had,
backwards.
this game has warp pipes that actually send you back a couple of worlds, and you won't know which levels have them until you find them and are forced to take them. Way to reward your more exploratory players,
welcome to
Nintendo.
World
That was
8.
a banger
Goes to
decision
Clyde.
right there.
Welcome to World
How
3.
in the is this fair? I have to jump around like a dumbass because the block graphic is exactly the same as the background block graphics. I'm lucky I even figured out these were here.
Pretty
This
much.
is the one element of this game that I actually do remember having to deal with, but I thought it was from World 8 of Mario 1. So I was super confused when I watched that playthrough back and didn't see this.
But to be
Whoa,
fair,
holy
1
sh-
and 2
You remember
blend
that visceral
together a
reaction
bit.
I had earlier?
3 also
Yeah,
sticks
I
out a
just
bit
had
better,
it
which is
again
probably
with
why
this
it's so
particular
popular as
room
well.
of World 8-4. I must
I think it
have
was on the
hated
Super
doing that
Nintendo
backwards
compared to
jump
just
to
the regular
pipe.
Nintendo,
So you
so
might be wondering why this Bowser is
entertainment
colored
systems,
different.
obviously.
It turns out that that's not Bowser, but you could have guessed as much from the fact that after getting past him, you don't rescue the princess.
And there's no
But
axe.
The thing is, every Bowser from Worlds 1 to 7 are also fake.
But
so
they don't look any
why
different.
Is this one colored differently?
Maybe
well,
it was a dropped idea.
Apparently, this guy is Bowser's brother.
He has a brother?
Or maybe he's not?
What?
Maybe he's just a very similar looking Koopa to Bowser? Which means that he is a fake, but a different kind of fake? I don't know, man.
So what you're telling me is, I found you, faker. Faker? I think you're the fake Bowser around here.
Karate Mario, our only hero. This ends your trip of a long friendship.
Friendship? I get through all this and I get friend zoned?
Worlds of this bullshit just to get friend zoned? At least the game is over and... What the hell is
World
this?
9!
So yeah, fun fact about World 9, you can only get here if you beat the game without using a warp pipe to skip levels. Another fun fact is that the cool little trick from the first game where you can hold A and hit start to continue in the last world
Doesn't
you died
work.
in doesn't work in this game
Don't.
because you can continue at any point. But this world instead displays a thank you message to the players before sending them back to the title screen, meaning that if you lose all your lives before having beaten all 4 levels in World 9, you'd have to play all 32 levels
Oh my
again
God,
just to have another
no,
shot.
no,
and
thank
the best
you.
part is that your lives don't carry over.
What?
You're only given 1 life to beat all 4 levels of Fantasy World.
jeez
Now, granted,
Louise.
you can get more, but if you lose all your lives, it is back to World 1-1. Oh!
Oh,
a
God.
Lakitu underwater! Visit this just
I didn't know it was my
fantastic.
birthday.
Arigato. And a
Goodbye.
goodbye to you, the Lost Levels.
Fuck you.
What? There's
What do you mean there's
Oh
more,
my
eh?
God.
Why does Lost Levels have so
would
many
you
levels?
like another fun fact, by the way? In order to get to worlds A through D, you have to play through this game a grand total of 8 times.
What
Now,
the
let
fuck?
me make sure you heard me correctly.
I
In
gotta play
order
through
to
all of
play
it
this
8
game in
times?
its entirety, you are required to play through it a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
At least they're
now,
counting
mind
each
you,
war-
I'm pretty sure
God.
you can use warp
No,
pipes in this
thank
instance,
you.
But that is still 7 more times than you would want to play this game.
I think once
Why
is
isn't
enough,
playing
thank
through it
you.
once enough? I'm glad that
Right?
each playthrough is saved after you beat 8-4, but my God, dude. I'm sorry, is this
I
pipe
think I get
not
sick of
connected
Mario
to
to that
anything?
point.
You could say that
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
the
displaying like
top.
that because of the HUD, but I doubt it, considering that there are other sprites that seem to be further up than where the pipe ends. Oh, sure, just put me in a level with the giant unpredictable springs, mix it up with a little wind to make it extra hard to
Throw a
control. and
Lakitu
while we're
for
at
good
it, why
luck.
not add a Lakitu that can cover the tiny bit of platform
Why
you
did
can land
Nintendo
on?
hate us?
No. I didn't get the
Nintendo's
same
all-
visceral reaction
Nintendo
from
always
watching
sucked at
myself play
sequels
World
back
C-3,
then.
but I
It's like
felt
anytime your
overwhelming
game had a
sense
2
of
at the end,
relief
it probably
from both of them.
sucked.
Like, I
3,
was
however,
so
would knock it
tense
out
in
of the
past
park.
that I'm still clenching in the future.
1 was good, 2
Oh,
sucked dick, 3
phenomenal.
was pretty
Another
good.
leap of faith, this time where I have to deal with Hammer Brothers and the risk of bumping my head causing me to have to perfectly arc my jump onto the paratrooper. Oh, I
It's
can
like
just tell
Mario,
by
it's like the
watching
first one.
this
It's like,
level,
okay, let's go
traversing
this
World
route. No, that was the wrong route.
sucks.
3, okay,
Look
we're
at
gonna go this
everything
route
I have
instead.
to deal with, from
Nailed
the Hammer
it.
Brothers to the bullet bills. I bet it didn't even feel good when I
Heck,
beat
you even
this
have it with
stage.
Pokemon.
You want an extra fun
Gen
fact?
1's
The blue
is
Bowser
pretty
you
good.
see in World
Johto's
D-4
pretty
isn't
decent.
actually
Gen
Bowser's
3 is the
brother,
best.
but a fake Bowser's brother. Why does there need to be a fake of Bowser's brother? I have no idea. Why does Bowser need to have an ambiguous brother/clone at
Mind you,
all?
Gen 1
We may
hasn't
never know.
aged the
Look at
best,
this
given how
shit
many
right
times
here.
they brought it
I
back,
have
probably
two
getting sick of
bloopers
it to the
chasing me,
extent
and then
that, you
I,
know,
by some
the
miracle,
time.
have to evade this Hammer Brother in this tiny ass hallway, and I need to do it fast because if I don't, they will hit me. And as if
No
that
questions
weren't bad
asked.
enough, look at the margin of error I have to work with for the final
What the
fake
hell do I
Bowser.
do with
Oh yeah,
this?
the very last Bowser of the game is a fake
It's a
too,
fake
by the
too,
way.
of course it
How
is.
and why a minion of Bowser's managed
How
to
many
kidnap
Bowsers
Princess
are
Toadstool
there?
again after I've already defeated their boss? I have no idea. And also, why does the Koopa Troop have so many goddamn castles? Isn't Princess Toadstool the monarch of the Mushroom Kingdom? Did these castles used to be hers and got invaded by Bowser?
It's just like
I
frickin',
doubt it. When would he have had the time to put so much lava in
frick.
here? You said that peace was paved and the kingdom was saved 5 worlds ago. Why should I
Nope,
trust you
like
this
in-
time? To
Are they like
super
ruined
players,
castles?
thank
I'll
you
go
for
with that
purchasing the
there.
Discard Super Mario Bros. 2. This
The
time,
discard?
encouraged by everyone's support for Super Mario Bros., we have created another Mario Journey, Parallel World.
What?
Ah,
It's a
so
parallel universe?
technically this isn't a sequel to the first game, but an alternate universe.
Which is an excuse as to why we're doing the same plot
Makes sense, but
again.
then why would you call it Super Mario Bros. 2?
Well, because Super
Not the
Mario
second
Brothers
one,
Parallel
it's the
Universe
same one,
wouldn't
but
sell as well.
different. And yeah, sometimes that's what a sequel is, but a sequel usually follows the first entry's story. It doesn't just copy it exactly. This story has Mario and Luigi games, and Mario and Luigi have different personalities. In the Luigi
they?
game, Luigi jumps more recklessly than Mario. It's up to you to decide which player to choose.
You're stuck with
Wait,
Mario
so
regardless.
Luigi's jump height has to do with his reckless
That's not
personality.
even close.
Not because it's a natural ability of his? Yeah, I don't
Luigi,
think
the
word
reckless
reckless
one.
is one
That
use
was
to
the last
describe
word I would use to
Luigi.
describe Luigi.
About
Usually,
continue.
I always
When
took
the
his
game
jump
is
height because
over,
he's
press
scared
continue.
more.
If you start the game at the same time, you can resume the game.
Wish they'd
to
try to
play
explain
one
it,
of
though,
that
how they
world.
play
To
differently.
return to the title screen, press retry, but try it without using continue. Okay, dude, this is just confusing.
Right? What
Continue
was
is
wrong with just an
obvious
exit
enough.
button?
You keep going from where you were last at, but why would I think retry means reattempt the game from the beginning?
Why would I
The
want
highest
that?
score will be erased when
Restart
the
would
power
have been
switch is
better.
turned off. There is no function to save the highest score or world. When you
Boo.
finish 4 worlds, the disk drive will start automatically. From world 5 onwards, pressing the reset button while playing will start the disk drive, then return to the title screen. When you clear 8 worlds, disk drive after clearing 8 worlds will be activated and a message will be displayed. When you save Princess Peach once, a star mark will appear on the title screen. If you collect 8 star marks, you can play a slightly different course.
This
Okay,
is
even reading
convoluted.
through the manual, it's not exactly clear to me, but I think I may know the answer. Earlier,
This
it
game
said that if
sucks.
you turn the console off, neither the worlds you've beaten nor your score is saved, but the game records a save after each time you beat the game? Or does the game save after every 4 worlds? But if that's true, why after every 4 worlds?
Halfway
Why
done.
not after every world? And if it only
Nope, that's not how
records each
save
time
works
you
back
beat
then.
the
Back in the
game,
day, if you had a save state, you
same
were considered
question.
great.
Why only save after the game is beaten if
Games
you
didn't
have
save back
auto-saving
then.
capabilities?
That's what
I
passwords
understand
were
that
for.
back in the day, Luigi and Mario were basically identical, but even when drawn, you couldn't make it clear that you were talking about Luigi here? I mean, the manual is mostly in black and white. Why would anyone not assume that this section is talking about Mario? Fireworks may go off at
Could at
the
least
end of
make
the
the L a
area.
bit more
Each one is
pronounced.
worth 500 points. How many fireworks will go off is a secret. Think about it. Think about it?
What do you mean,
I
think
can't
about
think
it?
about a secret. You could have told me to pay attention to why the
Where's the
fireworks
secret
go
box
off,
for
but
the
calling it a
Patrick
secret
hat?
implies you're not already giving me the
The
information
secret
to figure it out,
string!
which you are.
Well, that's the end of that. It has not aged gracefully. Post-traumatic memory loss.
Hey everyone, Charai.
It's definitely one of those
Thank
games
you so much for watching
where
my
it's
Cinema
like,
Sins pastiche of
it was
everything
so
on
hard
Super
for us
Mario Brothers,
Americans.
The
You look
Lost
back and it's like,
Levels.
no, it's not hard.
What I
it's
said at the
bullshit.
beginning of this
There's a
was
difference
not a
between hard
joke
and
at
bullshit.
all. I keep a database of recorded
Ay,
gameplay
ay.
footage on an external hard drive, and I
Yeah,
have like
there's a reason
just
people don't
a
really go
way
back
to
to play
check
the Lost
what
levels
playthroughs I already
often.
have
It's
recorded. And as I was
not
getting
the
ready to
best.
record this,
People,
I
when
noticed
playing
I
a Mario
already
game,
had
people tend
this
to
playthrough
go
there,
for comfort
and I was like,
stuff. Like, what's an
what?
easy
I
thing
don't
they need to
remember
think
recording
too
this
hard
at
about.
all. Like this,
Like,
it is
it requires
a blank
some skill, but not too
slate
much
in my
skill.
memory, and I was
1
like,
in 3
I'm glad I
solid
don't have to
picks.
play this,
2,
but
no.
I don't remember playing this in the first.
I guess if you want to challenge,
So
like,
that was
nothing wrong with going to
that was
challenge your
genuinely
Mario
pretty
game, 'cause
spooky.
that's proof
Question
of
of the
hardest
video: Do
Mario
you guys
game,
have
at least
any
in the
experience
platforming
playing this game?
section,
Do you know
but
how hard it is beyond
as
just
for anything
from
else,
YouTube videos? Do you have any
no.
first-hand experience
Most
playing
people
this
don't.
either through Virtual Console or maybe on actual Famicom hardware? I would
Sorry.
love to know what you guys think
Yeah,
of this
2
game,
is probably the
especially
most
compared
difficult
to
Mario
the
game
original
ever had in
Super
terms of
Mario
platforming.
Brothers.
I can't speak for
On screen, you are
RPGs or
seeing the
stuff like
names
that,
of the
but
wonderful
yeah.
patrons and channel members who decide to
I'm
contribute.
also confused
monthly
by all
to
the
this
extra
channel, and if
Bowsers.
you want
It's
to
like,
see your name alongside
there's more
them,
than one
you can do
Bowser.
so by
What?
hitting the link in the description or by hitting the join button.
No,
underneath
there's
this
not.
Video. Any little bit helps, but if
Bowser's
you'd like
only
to,
one of
you
his
can also
race. I
just
mean, it's
like,
a
comment,
Koopa, but
subscribe, share with
still,
anybody
it's
you
like,
think
what?
might enjoy this video.
And they never do anything with that
you know,
again.
that
Bowser's a
little
brother.
bit
Deal
helps
with
too.
it.
Either
What?
way, I appreciate it.
They did
and
not
I will see
care
you
back
guys
then.
next
They
time.
didn't care.
Stay safe. Stay awesome.
They
This
just
is
did whatever was
Charai5.
helpful with the game, but
Signing
whatever. As long as it produces a good game, and then unfortunately 2 was not that case. But 3, however, you can say it's overrated all you want. Can't say it's a bad game, though. Meh. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of Lost Levels. It's bullshit. There's a reason we get the American version was just Doki Doki Panic instead. At least it's simpler. It's weirder too, but it's simpler, I guess. I don't know. That was a weird whole thing. I think at that point they should just give us Mario 2, like in general, but whatever. I don't have a time machine. I can't go back and fix that sort of thing. It's just weird. Meh. Whatever. Anyway, I got 2 Mario games out of it, so it can't be too mad, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and I guess that's the end of the video, really. So, good work with Charai5, and good video, and yeah, after the Lost Levels. We found the levels, and we don't want them anymore. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you all next time. Later.